I think so many people have the approach. I don't know how it is in New York, but at least in LA, where they want the in office procedures, the invasive lasers, the invasive peels, the Botox, the fillers. And then in the in between, they're not necessarily taking care of their skin. Whereas I've had so many experts on the show who have said it's really what you're doing on a daily basis, like what you were saying. And then those other things should be, used conservatively, kind of as the cherry on top. What are some lasers that you do like? Because this is a question that I get all the time from my
Right.
followers. I have a lot of people who are in my age range, maybe 40s, starting to see different concerns. Like
Yeah.
we've talked about fine lines and wrinkles, but also the laxity and also the sun damage, coming out. So what do you like for that?
So in my practice, well, I some of the heroes, right, that we do is one laser called M22, which is a combo. I love combo lasers. That's just like ingredients that are cocktailed, which has been my approach from day one, um, is to cocktail lasers. And so it's the IPL laser mixed with something called Resurfix. And so it helps with uneven skin tones and redness and hyperpigmentation, and it causes a firming effect on the skin, right? And the downtime, really none, you know. So that to me is a great one. And you have to, if you're talking about skin tone issues, hyperpigmentation, redness, you have to sort of gauge it, and you have to talk to the person because then you have XLV laser, which is a stronger laser that can give you a little bit of downtime. And sometimes, you know what, people just want one and done, and if it's safe for them after they're assessed, great. That's another really good one. I really am loving Secret Pro, which is the radio frequency laser delivered through microneedling. I like microneedling, I really do. But microneedling is really used as a delivery system in that particular laser. So the needles they're microscopic, they just penetrate, and through that opening, once they're at that level into the skin, like just below maybe into the top layer of the dermis, um, radio frequency comes in, which makes it more beneficial than just radio frequency alone or microneedling alone. You know, CO2 laser, tried and true, but I don't love high dose CO2, which is I think what you're saying is big in LA. And it's not that different from people who will say that some particular food, gluten or something nutritional, triggers my rosacea, even though when you do the research, there really is no data. But do I know everything? No. And if that person is made that correlation, I say more power to you. Live your life that way. But CO2, that's really aggressive, that causes a downtime. If you think about it, it's generating free radicals. There's no organ in the body where you ever would say, let's injure it for the sake of it coming back stronger and better, right? I'm doing a 5K race and I'm going to do something that makes me cough.
Yeah.
What? So that's how I feel about those invasive lasers.
Interesting. That's a perspective that I haven't really heard, and it
Mhm.
makes perfect sense. I mean, yeah, injure it to to make it come back stronger.
There is some data, by the way. No, but the theory, in fairness, there is a stimulation of a type of collagen that's sort of like scar tissue, you know. But and that's where the benefit comes in for those who see it. But for me, I think that just listening to people, I'm a New York dermatologist, right? I can say that I've heard people say repeatedly that the dark spots came back and the promise was so big, and at the same time, and I believe me, there are a lot of happy people and they do the Fraxel, and I just say go stay with it. But there are people who I think have a gentle approach that they prefer.
Yeah, and a lot of it largely depends on your body's own ability to heal, and everybody is individual when it comes to that. So it's kind of hard to say that it's just a universal one
It is
size
hard.
fits all.
Correct. That's the key. If you love it, stay with it. But know there's alternatives.